All right, everybody, here we go. I'll ask you to get your Chromebooks ready, and I'm going to ask you to have 3 tabs open once you get your Chromebook fired up and you're logged in. One is I want your Computer Science Discoveries Journal open in your Google Docs. Have another tab with code.org open. And the third one, have Campus Portal open so that you can check your grade. And I'll explain what I'm going to have you look for in all 3 of these things. But pause the video until everybody is ready to go from there. All right, first things first. Okay, so get your code.org journal up or I should say your Computer Science Discoveries journal up. And the last thing that I had you put in, and if you don't have this, because I can't necessarily remember from class to class what I've done, is I want to make sure at the bottom of what you have so far is that you have Creative Commons, which is the licensing that people use to license their work, or we reference this licensing when we are using other people's work. We use capital letters CC, and then we just type in any of these codes that appear depending on how the creator has licensed it. So the BY is the attribution, you're giving their name, saying who is the creator. SA is the share alike. NC, non-commercial, and ND, no derivatives. Okay, so depending on which ones you see, and as you start digging in on those websites and finding the original creator of the picture or the clip art or the drawing that you're using, you should be able to find that information. A lot of things on some websites are free, and it'll say right on there, free to use by the public. You don't need any permissions to use it. So then I'll have you cite it this way as public domain, right? Rather than just saying it's free to use or whatever. Okay, so make sure you have that up. Pause the video if you need to get caught up and get that part in your journal. Now, the next page throughout here, you might just scroll on to the next page. That's fine. Just keep on it going, throw some enters in there. And I want you to add hyperlinks. Today in lesson number 9 in code.org, and even if you're not there yet, I want you to at least see this. So hyperlinks in HTML, basically it's just some sort of link to another site online. Okay, and it might be within your website. In fact, when you are creating your own website for the end of this project in the middle of Unit 2, you're going to put hyperlinks up at the top so that it will link all of your pages together. But you can also use these to throw in a link to something that maybe you want people to be able to look at. So I know that some people, if they have videos of themselves in some sort of sports competition or dance or singing or anything like that, or it could be of your favorite performer, you can put those in there. Okay. Oftentimes, when you see these online, sometimes that the words, here we go. The words are colored or sometimes blue, often underlined, and that is an indicator to you that it's a link to go to something else, right? So make sure you have that up. And I am just going to pop out, when you build websites and things, when I did mine, I actually used Weebly that had all of this set up so that I didn't have to do a whole bunch of the HTML programming, but it's good for you to see what goes on behind the scenes. I have all my other tabs and different things that are under here. I have a button that's basically a link that goes back to our school's webpage. So I just wanted you to see what a hyperlink is and what I mean when I'm talking about them, okay? So now scroll down to where we have our big table with all of your tags that we have so far, okay? And actually, I'm going to get this out of here so we can type from scratch. If I hadn't put in the word width already, if we didn't do that in your class, after we talked about the image tag and what that's structured like. On the next line, just add in width equals, and in quotation marks, put a number. I used 200. Maybe I had, a different number like 50 or 100. What that does is it sizes a picture. If it uploads way too big, you can get it sized down so that it doesn't look monstrous and strange. And you put it inside the image tag. It usually goes in right in this spot right here between that quotation mark and that / okay? All right, so let's talk about hyperlinks. Here's what I want you to type. The bracket, the letter A, lowercase, stands for anchor, space href, text reference. Then, much like the image tags, =, quotation mark. All right, now, here is where you could either tie in any of the HTML files that are already on your sidebar within your own web page, or if you want to have a link that's going out to some other website that you want to reference, then you inside here are just going to type in the web address. Let me just, in fact, just say web address there inside the quotation marks. And if you're linking to something from YouTube, just go up at the top and copy and paste it, because oftentimes those addresses are so long, complicated, several letters, symbols, underscores, all of that thing. So just copy and paste it. Now, you're going to put this bracket in, but we're not done, because notice I haven't used that /, which typically is the indicator of some kind of closing tag. Now, that's the address of the place we want to go. You get to figure out what is the word. I'm going to call it the link word, or the word link. What words do you want to appear on your screen that basically are going to turn blue and be underlined to indicate that this is a link to take you somewhere else? So that goes there, and then we insert bracket, the /, the A, and then the other bracket. Okay, so it looks almost like 2 put into 1, but notice I have that closing tag right here at the end. Okay, this is a hyperlink. And that's how you put it in HTML. Now, once you've got that, and if you need to pause the video, this would be a good point to pause so that you get all of this information in your table. And when you resume, I'll take you out to code.org and show you how this could work. All right. Now, I've been playing around. I often do this when I've got some, as I'm teaching it, I go and kind of play with some stuff here. So I'm going to take this out just so you can see how to structure it. All right, so I've got a web page started. Here's one of the first screens or the first pages, and I'm talking about musicals, which are one of my favorite things. And so if I want to include a clip from the movie of The Sound of Music, I can go out on YouTube. I found this clip of kind of the big moment here when Mother Superior is singing to Maria about go and find your dream. And so right here, I am going to start coding a hypertext reference here. So I'm going to go a space. Notice how it's kind of giving me some options here. And once you start with the H, you can go ahead and choose href. Now, what's really nice that I clicked, now it's giving me some options here because it's giving me the quotation marks. And what pops up are all of these things that I already have in my list of files over here. In this case, I'm going to hop on out and go to this YouTube video, which, by the way, is just one of my favorites, my favorite songs. And I'm going to copy this address from YouTube with a Control-C. Come back down here, and instead of choosing one of these files, I'm just going to Control-V paste my link to this YouTube clip. All right. Now, that's where it's going to take me. What words do I want to appear here. So first I'm going to put in that bracket. Now I'm going to say, oh, this will be my climb every mountain. I'm going to type those words. And once I finish out this particular HTML code here for this reference, you're going to see it appear over here. All right, so to close it out, then I'm going to do a /A for the anchor. And once I put that in there, ta-da! Look at this. It's right there. It's underlined. Now if I click on it, shazam, takes me right to that movie clip. Yay. All right, so your job as you start working on your own project, when you get to lesson 9, it's going to have you do some practice and gives you instructions on what to do and getting used to typing in these hyperlinks and the coding. And then you'll work on your own web page, okay, and do that. However, I want to backtrack now and make sure that you understand as you have now you got your journal part done. Make sure you have code.org open and open up your grades, because here's what I've done. I've gone in and put in grades for many of these lessons already. And if you did not get full points, or if it still says something's missing from lesson 3 or lesson 4. Lesson 5 was the social sleuth worksheet. That was where you got to be the stalker trying to find information about people. Lesson 6 is on lists and 7 was on the images. So when you are looking at your grades now, if you aren't getting full credit or if something is missing here, then I want you to go back and look at lesson 3, because here I went in and looked at 7, 8, and 9 to try and get you programming, and walking you through those steps. Okay. So go ahead and start working now. Keep progressing through, look back and make sure you've cleaned up any of those lessons to make sure you have everything correct. Continue working on your project. And as always, good luck and may the force be with you.